You're listening to This Is My Side Hustle. The tips, tools, and advice you need to optimize your life live here. If you're looking to unlock the secrets to additional income by engineering your choices around your ideal lifestyle, you're in the right place. Stay tuned and join us as we unpack unconventional ideas and methods to give you more freedom and flexibility. Let's escape the rat race together and live with intention. Let's learn how others are making it pay with their side hustles. Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of This Is My Side Hustle. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about making money through blogging. And I have to admit, blogging is not my primary income, but I have had a blog since 2014 and have been using various methods that I'm going to discuss today to monetize it. And I want to go over some of the realities and possibilities through making a full-time income through blogging. Now, it's very rare to be able to make a full-time income through blogging. There are, I believe at the time of publication, over 1 billion blogs out there. And the people who are making a full-time, good six-figure income are extremely, extremely small. There's certain skills you need to know in advance to be able to do this, and there's certain strategies you can leverage to your advantage when creating a blog and monetizing it. But I just want to go over some of the basics for you. And then I hope to delve into this deeper and possibly have a guest on who's making more money than I am via blogging. So let's get started. One of the first ways you can monetize a blog is through ads. If you're going to start a blog, you need to have your own domain name and you need to own it. So you need to go through a place like Siteground, which is my personal favorite. Siteground gives you the ability to buy domains for, I think around $15 per domain name, which is more expensive than GoDaddy, but let me get into the other details about Siteground, which is so fantastic. Siteground also gives you hosting and free SSL certificates. So if you go to a website and you type in the domain name, for instance, makingitpaytostay.com, you'll notice that when that actually loads in the address bar, it says HTTPS. That means it's a secure site. So I can accept payments on there. Everything is encrypted that might be important. I love SiteGround because they give you a free SSL certificate, and other hosts usually charge anywhere from like $50 to $100 per year for that, and SiteGround gives it to you for free. What you might lose in a cheap domain that you buy, if you went with GoDaddy and you paid $1 versus SiteGround's $15. Okay, so you spent $14 more, but you've literally saved yourself like $66 or whatever the math is. I'm not doing it right now correctly, but you still make out in the end. And SiteGround has fantastic customer service. Anytime I have any really complicated tech issues that I can just not figure out, and I'm fairly tech savvy, so that's few and far between, but when it happens, they're always on top of it. And it's never been more than a couple of hours and they've completely resolved my problem. So I love SiteGround for that. I highly recommend you own your own domain name and you use a WordPress site. So if you go to wordpress.org, not .com, which is confusing, but if you go to wordpress.org, you can download WordPress on your own domain and create a blog from there. So definitely don't use something like, I don't even think Blogger still exists, but don't use the free version of WordPress, which is actually wordpress.com, which, like I said, it's confusing. What you would think would be the free version of a good site actually isn't. Don't go to wordpress.com. Don't use Tumblr or whatever, if that even still exists, to host your blog. Just trust me on this. Because when you're first setting up your blog, you need to make sure that it has the capabilities for SEO, which is search engine optimization, and you need to be able to customize that the best as you can. And WordPress is known as the best. Please don't use Wix. If you do Squarespace, I mean, it can be done. If you're not super tech savvy, there's plenty of things out there that are website builders, such as Divi from Elegant Themes, and I will post a link to that in the show notes. But you don't have to be a website developer and a super tech whiz to be able to set up your blog. And there's tons of tutorials out there for free on YouTube and everything to set up the look of it and something that you'll be satisfied with. So anyway, once you've got that set up and you've picked your topic, your niche of what you're going to talk about, there's various ways of monetizing your blog. One of the first that most people go to are Google Ads. Let me just tell you, since 2014, even though I have a decent amount of traffic on my site, I've had about $100 in revenue from Google Ads in going on 5 years now. Google Ads used to be a great way to monetize your site. They're not so much more anymore. I still leave Google Ads on my site, but I'm actually thinking of getting rid of them because it just clutters up the site and looks stupid. But since I started the podcast and since I've been boosting my Pinterest strategy and posts, I've kind of been waiting around to see what happens with my Google Ads revenue and if it really makes a difference. So far, the difference isn't very good. So I'm giving it a few more months and then I might just do away with Google Ads altogether, because for crying out loud, having 1 million ads on your site from Google for 5 years and getting $100 is like stupid. So I'm thinking about just completely chucking that idea and going with some of the other things that I'm going to be talking about, some of which I've done, some of which I haven't. The next thing you can do is sponsored posts. So there's various platforms out there that will pay you to post either what they say or to post a blog post on their product, providing that you include specific links and point them back to that place. Like, you basically give a review of another site or a service or a product, and they pay you for it, and it's called a sponsored post. Now, I've done a few of those in the past. Usually they've been fairly basic ones that are maybe $40 to $50 a post. This can be good if they're actually relevant. But when I was first doing my blog, I was kind of like money hungry and I would just take anything, and it kind of derailed the purpose of my blog and I started going all over the place. And then I realized, okay, like, I'm not going to sell out my blog readers for $40. This is stupid. So I stopped accepting most of those kind of posts. And I do occasionally do something called an affiliate sponsored post, which I'll get to affiliate marketing in a minute, if I feel like it's relevant to my audience. But I didn't start just grabbing at anything I could do. Another thing I did at the beginning, and another thing you can do, is do sponsored posts, but you're actually reviewing a specific product that they give you for free. So you're not getting paid for the post. The sponsorship is basically the item you get for free. You're probably familiar with this on Instagram or on YouTube, where you see people unboxing things. They basically got items as payment for a review on a blog or a video or an Instagram post. That's a little bit different. They probably didn't get paid for it, although some influencers do. They may have been compensated in addition to the product they received, but the main payment was the product they received. And I literally did things for like a $5 jump rope. And I spent like an hour doing a blog post with a link and a quick video on YouTube for something that cost $5. And I mean, it was a nice jump rope, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, but I mean, I realized that I would not have probably went and purchased the jump rope at full price on Amazon for the time it took me to create the stuff. So you have to be careful with that, because you might end up with a house full of a bunch of junk you didn't really need and an entire year's worth of work for pennies on the dollar, basically. take that into consideration. It can be another way to monetize your blog. And if you're just getting started and you're doing this as a side hustle, then, or like beer money, hashtag beer money, whatever, go ahead, do it. Another way to monetize your blog, moving on, is through affiliate links. Now, this is actually one of the most lucrative out of all of these tactics I'll be discussing. So affiliates are basically somebody who posts links or talks about another product or service or site and gets a commission for any time someone clicks on a link and then purchases something through that link. That's what an affiliate is. So I actually have done fairly well with affiliate links, but not necessarily through my blog. There are so many affiliate markets out there, or I guess I should say platforms, where you can sign up to be an affiliate marketer for 1 million different companies, literally 1 million. The biggest is Amazon, but they pay next to nothing. Okay, so you can sign up to be an affiliate Amazon or an Amazon affiliate and then link to Amazon products in your posts, which I have done. And then you get a kickback based on what people purchase. It used to be much more lucrative, but again, now times have changed. It's very few and far between that I get any kind of affiliate income based on anything. My favorites are recurring subscription products. So services I promote for running small businesses, such as FreshBooks or G Suite or anything else I've perhaps talked about in the past, or any kind of one-time thing like searching for new car insurance, like through Gabby. So if you go to makingitpaytostay.com/Gabby, if you decide to get a new insurance quote and they beat all of the other quotes you've gotten, I get a $100 Amazon gift card. So I've gotten several of those. So that's been one of my favorite people to promote as an affiliate, because not only did they save me over $600 a year, which is insane because I'm a pretty savvy shopper, I think. I also signed up to be an affiliate because I was so thrilled with what they did with me. And then other people have clicked on my link, also saved money. So I'm helping people with something that I do believe in and that I do use, and I'm getting a kickback on that. So Gabby is another great one. Credit card reward companies. I use specific credit cards to maximize my points so that I minimize my spend on any kind of travel or groceries or anything like that. So all of the credit card things that I promote in episode number 9, I believe it is, the episode about credit card and travel rewards, definitely go listen to that. I use everything I promote, and then when I promote it, I also get bonus points if someone signs up through my link or cash back or whatever, and that helps me even more. So of course I'm going to promote them. So those are just some examples of things you can sign up for. You've probably seen fashion bloggers or influencers on Instagram who show different outfits of the day and whatnot, and they use various affiliate systems like ShopStyle and Magic Links, and they can basically take any clothing item and create an affiliate link, and then anytime somebody purchases that clothing item or anything else from that clothing store, they get a kickback commission on that, which is fantastic. I mean, they're taking their time to provide a service and style outfits, and then they get a commission for what people buy from it. I mean, it's definitely a doable side hustle and a job, and it can make a ton of money if you can build up a good following. Another way that you can get money is through guest posts. And I'm going to maybe put like a slash on guest posts to paid backlink posts. I'm not even sure what you call them, but I've been recently working with a company called FatJoe in the United Kingdom, and they're freaking awesome. So I've, been creating this podcast, and I have a ton of other side hustles going on, and you only have so much time during the day to get done what you need to do and get paid for it. So I partnered up with FatJoe, and they give me pre-written blog posts with backlinks to other sites, other companies, but they only give me posts that fit within my niche and what my readers will read. So what they do is they send me an email. And this happens about 3 to 4 times a week. They send me an email and they say, hey, we've got a new post for you. Please post this if you can within the next 48 hours. But I have free reign on changing the copy, adding images or changing them, adding SEO, adding my own links, as long as I don't change their links. So there's maybe 2 or 3 links in every blog post that other companies such as Entrepreneur and Forbes and other big names have paid for to get links back to their site to improve their SEO. And I can take their pre-written content, make a few tweaks. I usually have to change spellings, and then I add a few links to other places in my site. So I usually have to change spellings such as organization. So they spell it with an S, we spell it with a Z. I change those. I add my own links. I add my own images. I add a Pinterest image, and then I pin it. I post it. I send it back to them. It literally takes me 15 minutes at the most. Usually it takes me 10 minutes because there's not much I need to change. I just need to add a few links and create a couple quick images. And they send me $25. So right now I'm getting $75 to $100 a week from FatJoe and they're saving me time. So I'm no longer having to create multiple blog posts per week. I mean, I was creating about 2 per month, which I still do. But now I can have like 10 posts per month going out on my site. I'm linking to other sites who are paying for me to link to them. And the content's already written. So I just need to do a quick image and link or 2. I'm now making, anywhere from $400 to $600 per month. And I'm saving myself hours and hours of time through FatJoe. So that's definitely something you want to check out, because that's a great strategy to use in your own business and through your own websites as well, is to connect with someone like FatJoe and send them your links that you want other people to link to, but then you pay them. And other bloggers get paid to include your links back to your site as an SEO strategy. That's definitely my most lucrative blogging strategy to date, because I haven't really promoted my blog too much other than on Instagram and Facebook, and I guess Pinterest, but I don't really do everything you're supposed to do because it's just not my main focus. Now, having a podcast with show notes has definitely increased my blog revenue through affiliate links. So anytime I mention any kind of links or anyone clicks on the links in my show notes, so you can definitely do that yourself. Go to makingitpaytostay.com/12. You can get all the show notes to this. If you click on any of these things, I probably will receive some kind of a commission. But anytime anybody does that, I get money from that. And the more traffic I get to my site, then if people land on ads, they can, anytime somebody even sees an ad or clicks on it or whatever from Google or maybe another company, that's another way I can make money. One of your recurring but necessary expenses is most likely homeowners and car insurance. I used to shop around every 6 to 12 months to find cheaper rates on my insurance policies. The time it took me was unacceptable. I would spend hours emailing, calling. I would usually get it down, but then I thought, is this really worth my time? Then I heard about Gabi. You shouldn't have to worry about insurance. And with Gabi, now you don't have to. They do all of the shopping for you. You just send them your current insurance as a PDF or even just a picture of it. Let them compare up to 20 quotes, and then you save if you buy the cheaper policy directly from Gabi. Their advisors are standing by if you have any questions, and they compare all of your insurance options to find you the right policy, all in under 2 minutes. No tedious forms to fill out, no cold calls, and they save an average of $720 per year per customer. 9.6 out of 10 people recommend them. And I do too. They saved me $653 this year, and it only took me a few minutes, not the hours and hours I was spending before. If you want to use Gabi to shop around and reduce your insurance rates, go to makingitpaytostay.com/Gabi. That's Gabi. That's makingitpaytostay.com/Gabi. Gabi. If you can pair up with a complimentary but not competitive company that you know your readers would enjoy and something you've tried out yourself, and say, hey, you can advertise on my blog for 30 days for a couple $100, you can get money from that. I've not done that directly yet. I probably will look into that in the future, but I have done it indirectly through affiliate banners. So that's another thing you can do. You can not only include affiliate links, you can actually create images from your affiliates. And when people click on them, it has your affiliate link, and then you can get commission that way. Another way you can produce income from your blog is through courses or downloads, digital downloads, anything that people have to pay for because they want more information. So definitely give out a lot of your information for free because people will see that they're gaining value. But if you create courses or digital downloads, you can also promote those through your blogs, and then your blog will end up making money that way. So I did do a course last year called the Making It Pay Lifestyle course. I'm not currently accepting new people into it. The next time I'll be doing that is probably September, if I even do it at all. I'm not even sure about that because I don't think courses are my thing. It was worth it, probably not monetarily because of the time I put in, but it was worth the learning experience because I learned so many skills about creating courses, and now I offer those services to my virtual assistant clients, and I now can increase my packages and my pricing through iAssist virtually, my virtual assistant business, because of the skills I learned creating my own course. So it was definitely worth it in that regard. I don't think courses were really my thing. I think I'm more of a one-off digital course at a lower price point type of a person, where I create things that are like easily consumable, quick, actionable, maybe $27 or $47, more people would be interested in that. I did a full-blown, ridiculously in-depth course, and it was $497, and it included live coaching calls and all of that. But I feel like that's not really where most of my audience is at this point. So it was definitely a learning experience. I did not test the market well enough ahead of time. I just jumped in and did it, but whatever, I learned. I also sell Instagram templates through Etsy, which has been worth it so far. I'm coming up almost on a year now. By the time this airs, I will have hit my 50-second Instagram template package on Etsy. So if you go to etsy.com/shop/iAssistVirtually, you can check out all my packages. But I'm going to stop once I get to 52, and I'm going to start doing other things. I'm going to start doing Pinterest stuff. I'm going to do a lot more with that. But that's definitely been worth it. I've had, I think about 40 sales so far. Or I know it's over 30, but in a year, almost one per week. And it really doesn't take me long to create. It took me about 20 minutes to do it when I first started, and now it takes me about 15 minutes, and I get paid $7 per package. Or if somebody purchases all of the packages, it's $49. So they have access to everything. And then it's like an instant $49 or $47 a week. But for 15 minutes of my time, that's pretty good. So those are just some other options you can do. You can always do partnerships with other people and joint venture projects. And once your blog really starts taking off, which I want to say you need to give it a while. Seth Godin, who's kind of like the grandfather of blogging, said that podcasting is the new blogging, which is one of many reasons why I decided to do a podcast instead of blogging, because blogging's not what it used to be. And it's not nearly as lucrative as it used to be. And you really need to stand out, and you really need to know marketing and tech skills and have a team on your side if you really want to make 6 figures or more with blogging. It's possible. People are doing it, obviously. So I don't want to discourage anyone, but I also want to say, like, you need to be learning everything else that goes along with it. So you need to learn some coding or some better WordPress skills, or you need to know graphics better, or Pinterest marketing strategies and Facebook marketing strategies and Instagram marketing strategies. And I could go on. And having a podcast, like I said before, definitely helps. It's just another way for me to get content out there without sitting down and typing out a blog post that may or may not be seen in a sea of 1 billion other blog posts. So any way you can differentiate yourself and have various arms of your business coming out and touching specific topics is a good way to go. I will be in future episodes talking about specific strategies for social media marketing, the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts, the pros and cons of each. They change all the time though. So I've been hesitant to really delve into that yet, because I know that those podcasts are only going to be relevant for maybe a couple of months after I post them. And then after that, if somebody's coming back and listening to the archives, they're going to be totally irrelevant. Just like I'm sure everything I'm saying in these podcasts are going to be totally irrelevant 3 to 5 years from now. So if anybody remembers MySpace, or when everyone was doing Blogger or anything else like that, nobody does that anymore. Like, nobody's on MySpace. Nobody does Blogger anymore that actually matters. All of the various things that we thought were so cool back in the day, nobody uses. Nobody uses Ask Jeeves to search for things. Most people probably don't use Yahoo or AOL. I'm sure there's some lingerers out there. And if you are, good luck to you. But I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to make this podcast and all of these episodes as evergreen as possible and as relevant as possible. So I might do like a little mini series of marketing things, and then maybe do that every quarter, because it's going to be necessary to update people with changes, because things just change all the time. And that's the way things are in the online world. There are definitely lots of side hustles you can do that don't require being online. I talk about a lot of those in the flipping episodes, and I try to post about that in the Facebook group. So if you want to join a Facebook group related to this podcast, go to facebook.com/groups/makingitpaylifestyle. Or if you just search for Making It Pay for Aspiring Entrepreneurs, you'll find the group. You can join. I'd love for more people to join that and start interacting with each other, because nobody talks to each other in that group at all yet. I started it last year and I'm totally dropping the ball, but whatever. I can't do a million things at one time. And I'd love for other people to start connecting with other people and take on the job of like interacting with people. Because right now, all I'm doing is posting like cool articles and blog posts that I post, maybe updates for new podcast episodes I release, but no one's talking to each other and like sharing information. So if you're interested in that, definitely go and join that group. I'd love for some more extroverted people to be on there and be social and talk about stuff. but it's like the last thing on my list every week. It's getting in there and doing stuff. And I'm sorry for that. If you're listening, it's not you, it's me. I need to find something interesting that everyone will like. And I'm bad at doing that sometimes. So I apologize. I am losing my voice too, guys, because, last week and this week, again, if you listen to, I don't even know what episode. My life is always crazy, so I can't remember certain things, and I don't prepare well ahead of time because I know I need to get something out there. But I feel like this whole entire month is just insane. If you're a mom and you have kids in school, you know that May and September are like the worst as far as getting anything done, because September, like, they're just getting back to school, and May, they're like wrapping everything up. And I've got like end of year meetings, and my middle schooler just got on the cheerleading squad. So she's in gymnastics and cheerleading. And then my youngest is also in gymnastics, and we've got so many things going on, and we're planning a vacation, and they all got sick. Well, my youngest got sick last week, missed her like 12th day of school this year. She's been sick every single month this year. It's been ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. We hardly ever get sick in our house, but she got a sore throat. I think it was strep, but she's already better now, so I didn't even have time to take her to the doctor to double check. But she got strep, and I gave her Tylenol and Claritin because she also had allergies on top of that. And then she ended up throwing up. And if your kid throws up for any reason, even if you're pretty sure that you probably like overdosed them on medicine on an empty stomach and that's why they puked, you can't send them to school. So she's getting ready for school, and then she sits down on the couch and she barfs into a bucket because she said she was nauseous. So I was like, okay, well, here, hold this. But if you go to school, I'll take you to Five Below and you can buy something. Because I'm like bribing my kids at this point to get them to go to school because they've missed so much this year because of injuries and sicknesses and orthodontist appointments and chiropractor appointments. And I'm like, please just go to school. And she threw up. So I'm like, okay, I guess you're not going to school. And then I felt like a horrible mother, and, you know, she's fine now, but then the rest of us got a sore throat, and allergies right now are like kicking in. And I typically don't have allergies, but I've been getting them this year too. And, you know, stress, starting a podcast on top of everything else, planning a vacation. It's just crazy. So sorry. You guys hear way more of my personal life. I guess once I start talking, I just go with it. But stay tuned for the next episode. I'm not even sure what the topic's going to be on yet, because this is going to post, what's a week after June 5th? June 12th? This should be going live June 12th. Ooh, which is kind of cool. It's the 12th episode. 12th and the 12th. That's kind of like a perfection number, right? Or something? I don't know. You know what I would really love for you guys, if you hear this, so that you can help me with future podcasts, is to go to makingitpaytostay.com/voicemail and leave me a voicemail and tell me what you want to hear about, or tell me you want to be on the show. If you go to that link, makingitpaytostay.com/voicemail, you can apply to be on the show. Like literally, if you've done anything, or you just have some tips, or you just want to shoot the breeze, I would love to have you on here, please. So get on the podcast, or just leave me a note, or just write me a story. Send me a story to Sherry at makingitpaylifestyle.com. I'd love to hear from you guys. I feel like this was like super one-sided at first. And I was warned that when you first start a podcast, people just listen and they lurk and they don't really participate until you get to maybe like 20 or 30 episodes in, and then it really starts kicking in. So I'd love for you guys to step up and just do it. Be uncomfortable. There's lots of times when I do things when I'm super uncomfortable and I don't feel good about it, and I'm like on the fence. I just don't want to do it. Hashtag my whole life. This past weekend, my daughters had a gymnastics banquet, which they have at the end of every season of their gymnastics season. And the vice president of the parents club came up to me and said, "Hey, can you do the prayer tonight?" because we know you're super religious and well-spoken, so I think you should do the prayer. I was like, put on the spot, and my heart started beating really fast. And I like literally, I am I am a Christian and I do pray, but I literally hate praying out loud in front of people. The first time I met my husband, our youth pastor did this to me and put me on the spot, and I started crying. And everyone thought I was crying because I had just talked about breaking off my engagement with my future, no, not future, my former fiance. Long story. Maybe I'll talk about that another time. But anyway, getting back to the point, he was like, why don't you pray and tell us, what's been going on in your life? And I started crying because I was so embarrassed that he put me on the spot. But I guess through owning businesses and talking to random strangers through a video call that then became future amazing clients who I love and I work with every day and I talk to every day, and having to speak up for things and doing all of the things that adulthood brings, I just smiled and said, sure, because I knew I can do that. If they feel like I need to be the person who gets up and prays for the banquet and they feel like I'm well-spoken, then they think more highly of me than I do, and I need to step up. So I did, and it was super uncomfortable. So if you're feeling like I'm totally calling you out and putting you on the spot about this podcast, you should just do it, because I promise I'll make you comfortable. And you know what will happen after you're done? You'll feel really good that you did it, and you'll have conquered a fear, and you'll realize that the next thing that somebody asks you to do that is kind of scary and putting yourself out there is really not that bad. The small steps you take to make yourself feel uncomfortable and just do it anyway, that's what makes you grow as a person. So if you want to grow as a person this year and you have been considering getting on this podcast, you got to contact me, please. And I'll make it okay, and I will edit it. And if you hate it, I will delete it and I will not post it. I will let you, have some reign over what I say and do and what questions you answer and everything. I promise not to make you too uncomfortable, but I promise to stretch you a little bit outside of your comfort zone. So please, if you have any tips or whatever, reach out to me, because I really want to start having other people on here and talking to other people. So go ahead and go to makingitpaytostay.com/voicemail. And of course, please, if you've been listening to this and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, because what happens when you subscribe is all of the different algorithms from all of the different companies, wherever you listen, pull that together and then recommend this show to other people who like maybe the same podcasts you like. And so they show it up more. And so then I can get my message out more and I can hopefully help more people. And if you rate it and review it, it does it even more. So if you go to iTunes, I can't call it iTunes anymore. They changed the name. If you go to Apple Podcasts and you click on the main page on your iPhone that says, "This is my side hustle," there should be like a little star area. If you click on that and you give me a rating, and then there's a review area, and I need to do a screen recording of this so everyone knows how to do it, because it's kind of complicated. But if you leave me a review too, even if it's sucky, I don't care. Please just leave me a review and a rating, because the more people that do that, the more I'm able to get my message out there, the more it helps. And until I start producing like a Patreon page and special episodes and special resources for people, that just getting my name out there really helps. And I want to thank you all, because the 1 month anniversary of the podcast, which was May 15th, was 1 month after I launched the podcast. I did get 1,000 subscribers by that day. So thank you all so much. Or not subscribers, but unique downloads. So thank you all so much for doing that. I met my goal. I didn't even expect that. But when I saw it was getting close, I was like, if I could just get 1,000 downloads by 1 month, that'll be awesome. And we did it. So thank you so much for that. Every single person, everyone who's listening, who downloaded all the previous episodes and listened to them, thank you so much. That's awesome. That helps too. You can also go to makingitpaytostay.com / I think it's shop or merch. Oh gosh, I'm an idiot. I didn't double check. If you go to makingitpaytostay.com, at the top header area, like the menu area, if you see shop or merch and go to that, you can get This Is My Side Hustle merchandise. That helps too. And I'm planning on a bunch of other things to come also. So thank you guys so much. I'm sorry for the long, major tangents as usual and banter with myself. But if you get on and talk to me, I won't have to talk to myself. So that would be totally awesome. All right, guys, until next time, this is my side hustle.